Welcome one and all to the video focusing on the area of a triangle given the side angle side measurements. Generally speaking, when you are finding the area of a triangle, you typically recognize this formula on the screen provided to you, where the area is equal to half times base times the height. However, this formula cannot be used easily because typically h is often unknown. We don't typically know this height of the triangle, where the height is the perpendicular line, which creates two right triangles, which allows us to use this formula really easily. But say you're given a triangle without the height. But then in this situation, if you're given the two measurements of the sides and the angle between them, then you can use one of these formulas that I have boxed in different colors in order to find the correct area. So for the one in red, that's the primary example we use on this screen, where we have B and C given to you, so the side C, side B, and the missing letter essentially is A, but we're not going to use side A, we're going to use the sine of angle A. And that's because it's between the two sides provided. So that's how you find the area of the triangle without the height. We use sine, the trig function, to be able to help us find the value. So let's just dive right into an example. So we have side angle side, and you're given this figure. I'm told that I have 34 feet for the side of A, because it's the opposite of the angle A. I have side C, because it's the 42 feet opposite of angle C. And then I have angle B given to me between the two at 55 degrees. So what I do is, I first identify the correct triangle formula, which happens to be half times A times C times sine B. I put that asterisk there just to emphasize that you are multiplying all these. Substitute the known values, 34 feet, 42 feet, and sine of 55 degrees. And then you just put this entire side in the calculator. And make sure that you see the calculators in degrees mode. I have a separate video for that, so go ahead and check that out if you don't know. And the final answer to this area is 584.9 feet squared. Don't forget that the unit of measurement is also important, and that when you're finding the area, the unit should be squared, because you're technically doing feet times feet. And that's it. So side angle side is really straightforward. You just go ahead and pick the correct triangle angle formula, plug in what you are given, and solve it. However, there might be some situations where you're not given SAS, but instead you're given ASA. So angle side angle, as you should remember, is just a different form of SAS. And this problem may seem familiar to you, and it was purposely done so, but the outcome is different. We want to specifically find the area of the triangle that Jerry Keefe drew for us. So we have all these things given to us, and as you typically do, in order to change it to an SAS format, we still need to find the missing angle first. So we go ahead and say, alright, A plus B plus C equals 180, plug in what we know, combine like terms, get B by itself, and we have B is equal to 36 degrees. Now we can find either A or C. You are not forced to pick one of them. You can pick one or the other, and we're going to go with A for now. So in order to find A, this is where the law of sines kicks in. So the reason why we can use the law of sines is because now we have a complete pair where we have the side B with its over the sine of angle B, capital B. And now we can find A by plugging all the correct values. So we know all the correct angles. We know the measurement of side B. Multiply both sides by the sine of 31.1, so the A is by itself. And you just put this entire thing in the calculator, and we get that A is approximately equal to 305.5 feet. So now we can use the area of a triangle formula, since we now have side angle side. How do I know that? Well, again, we just found side A. We were already given angle C, and we were already given side B. So that's why we needed one of the sides to do that. So I have that now set up. So now we can go ahead and use the correct triangle angle formula. The two sides again that we said we had were A and B, and we have the angle C, capital C. So plug in what we have. There we go. I would type this into the calculator, approximate it, and this would be where angle A is equal to, or approximately equal I should say, to 48,911.2 feet squared. There you go. So angle side angle does take a little bit more work because you need to change it to the format of side angle size. So again, the steps are find the missing angle, find the missing one of the missing sides, and then use the triangle angle formula. And again, to find one of the missing sides, use the law of sines. And then don't forget that side angle side is just use the formula itself and you have your answer. And there you go.